Welcome to Core Coin Today for January 22nd, 2020. This is the show where I break down some of the biggest stories happening in the world of Core Coin right now and give you my opinion on them. Now, this is my opinion. If you want to learn more about these stories, check out the show notes down below. We'll have a full breakdown of all the stories I talk about in the order I talk about them down there, so you can read about them for yourself and let me know what you think. I'd love to hear from you. If you're new here, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. It really does help us because it lets YouTube know you enjoy what we do here, and hopefully we can help you break free from the high cost of cable TV and still watch the shows you enjoy. Well, a lot happened yesterday. Netflix earnings numbers, Pluto TV talking about their competition, and more. So let's get into it. Starting off with SpaceX's new home internet intends to launch more satellites this week. Now, little weather dependent. We're also down here in Texas. Weather has been bad. I know it's kind of been bad around the country. Cold weather, a lot of high winds and stuff. So I don't have an exact date at the time I'm recording this. It may be updated at any moment, of course, right after I finish recording probably. But if you are interested in learning more, check out our story down below. SpaceX's new home internet is very low Earth orbit satellites. So we're talking about thousands of small satellites in low Earth orbit that will offer very high speed internet from space, giving you one more option. Amazon's also working on this. Other companies are too. But SpaceX right now seems to be the one farthest along in this process. This would put them at over 240 satellites now in space, with the goal of offering high-speed internet from SpaceX sometime in 2020. The summer 2020 is his current goal. Those things change though, so keep that in mind. But we're going to keep a very close eye on this. They already have 180 satellites in space. This launch of 60 additional satellites bring them up to 240. Look for this to become a more common trend. SpaceX says they're going to really start speeding this up with the goal to get high-speed internet available worldwide at some point in the future. All right, Netflix's earning numbers are in, and Netflix has had a good quarter. There was a lot of debate if Disney Plus would kill Netflix. Would we see people leave Netflix to go over to Disney Plus? Hasn't happened yet. Disney Plus may have had an impact, but Netflix's earnings went up. Their subscribers continue to grow, even with Apple TV Plus and Disney Plus launching last quarter. Now, Netflix is going to continue to have competition, HBO Max, Peacock coming, but this fear of Netflix suddenly losing a ton of subscribers to Disney Plus, Peacock, all these other ones, I think we're a little overblown. Could this impact Netflix? Definitely could. Netflix, though, has such a head start right now, and I think they've been producing enough good content with Stranger Things, Last Chance U, and more, where Netflix has been successful in saying, hey, we have the content you want. We have a huge catalog of other content to watch, back catalog content to keep you happy. That, especially like Apple TV Plus, I don't think can match. Disney Plus has a huge catalog of content, but not nearly as much original content. So we're going to have to keep a very close eye on this as it goes. Revenue for Netflix grew 31% in the fourth quarter of 2019 compared to 1 year before. That's nothing, as my grandpa used to say, it's nothing to shake a stick at. So this fear, I think, of Netflix suddenly folding up and going out of business was definitely overblown. Is it true that Netflix has a hard road ahead of them? Is it true that Netflix is facing competition? Yep. Do I think Netflix is in danger right now? No. Could they be? Sure. They could make dumb mistakes. I think right now it's on Netflix to make the mistake. If Netflix is going to go down, I think Netflix needs to be the company that makes that happen. Could their growth slow? Could competition come? Sure thing. But I think Netflix is so entrenched that that's unlikely to kill Netflix right now, as many people have predicted. So leave me a comment. Let me know. How safe do you think Netflix is? Do you think Netflix is in danger? Do you think they are in danger of a majority of their subscribers jumping ship, going to Apple TV Plus, going to Disney Plus, going to HBO Max? Or do you think Netflix is in such a strong position right now where that's not a problem, where they can just sit there and say, I'm not worried about that. We're going to continue to move forward with our current subscriber base without fear. So leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Why? Let me know why. Do you think Netflix is going to fail? Why? Do you think they're fine? Why? Let me know. All right, next up, Pluto TV's executives talk about Peacock. So Peacock is definitely copying part of Pluto TV. So their live linear channels, which takes a bunch of NBC content, curates it into a bunch of, I think 20 they announced at launch, different channels of like 24/7 this or that and the other thing. Very Pluto TV-esque. And Pluto was asked about what they thought about that. And no big surprise, Amy Kuesner, Kuessner, I apologize, I have a last name no one pronounces. My apologies. But she is the Senior Vice President of Business Partnerships at Pluto TV, and she said we're not worried. One thing that Pluto really has going for them, and I agree with it, is the NBC, or excuse me, is the Comcast NBC is not worrying them because they have this CBS Viacom partnership. Excuse me. Haven't had my coffee yet. Recording a little earlier than normal. But with that new content from CBS coming, the content from Viacom really helps Pluto TV stand out from Peacock. Yeah, Peacock will have NBC content, but Pluto TV has it. And it goes back to one of the arguments I've had. There's no reason not to have Pluto TV, IMDb TV, Zumo, the Roku Channel, the list goes on, and the free version of Peacock. Doesn't cost you anything, has more options, more content there, so why not have multiples? So I do agree, I would not be all that concerned about Peacock. CBS All Access, though, on the other hand, that may have a bigger reason to be worried about Peacock than Pluto TV. So let me know, what do you think of that? Do you agree with her that she's not concerned that the content from CBS and Viacom will more than offset anything NBC can do with Peacock? Let me know. All right. Recently, Roku changed the system where they no longer list new Roku channels, which can make it very hard to find out what new Roku channels. They do have a new and notable section, but those are curated lists where Roku picks out who goes there. They used to have a just listed section, which would just list all the new Roku channels there. So we kind of went through and we pulled together some of the most recent new ones since last time we did a top 5 or top 10 new Roku channels. And we brought together some of the newest Roku channels you may want to check out, including the new Legoland channel. So Lego now has a free streaming channel on Roku with a ton of Lego videos. So if you know anybody who loves Legos, check that out. But full list down below. And like I said, it's hard for us to track this because it's kind of up to us to discover them. Roku doesn't disclose it to us at all. So if there's a new Roku channel you think we should check out, let us know. I know Disney Plus could have made that list because we didn't do one in November, but I kind of thought about just like, everybody knows about Disney Plus. Let's do some things that people don't know about. So let me know if you think I should add anything to that list. Leave me a comment. I'd love to hear from you. All right, 2020 is here, and I think it's going to be a big year for Amazon's Fire TV. And I sat down yesterday and I broke out because a lot of people have been asking, will we get a new Fire TV stick? What about Fire TV recast? What should we expect from this? What should we expect from that? I sat down and broke out what to expect from Amazon's Fire TV in 2020. Couple hints, I do expect a new Fire TV stick this year. I would not be surprised though if we go from 2 Fire TV sticks models to 1. We're seeing Roku do the same thing. The HD only streaming players are starting to be phased out. And I think Amazon's about to do the same. Really, honestly, for an extra $10, the difference between an HD Fire TV stick and a 4K Fire TV stick is way worth that $10. There is such a performance boost between the two. But the HD stick right now is the oldest Fire TV or oldest streaming player, I think, currently still being sold from the Big Four. And I do think it's about time that gets updated. Fire TV Stick 4K is also getting close to its update cycle. So I expect a new Fire TV stick this year. Could be this spring, probably this fall. We'll wait and see what happens there. But I also would expect a couple other things. New Fire TV recasts. More importantly, an updated user interface. They've been rolling out a new interface to Amazon Video on many different things, including tablets, the website, and more. I bet some of those updates will start coming to the Fire TV to promote Amazon channels. Amazon's been working very hard to make Amazon channels a major part of their business. I expect to see Amazon channels become a bigger part of this as they encourage you to subscribe to HBO and Stars and all these other things through Amazon so that they get a monthly cut of the pay. So keep an eye on that. It'll be very interesting to see how this plays out. Let me know what are your predictions for the Amazon Fire TV in 2020. If you want to see a full breakout of everything I expect to happen this year, check the show notes down below. All right, rapid fire here a little bit on some other news. The free streaming service Tubi is expanding into Mexico this year, so keep a close eye on that. More free streaming services coming to Mexico. Pluto TV is also coming to more countries too. Disney Plus has moved up their launch date in Europe, so for all of our European viewers, good news, we have a new launch date. It's a week earlier, and we have pricing. It's $5.99, I believe, pounds, or $6.99 European or EU money. I apologize. I'm drawing a complete blank. I was just thinking of reading it. Let me know. What's the European Union currency called? I recognize the symbol. I know in the UK it's the pound. And I'm just having camera fog all of a second. I'm staring at the camera. I know this. I can't remember it. Help me out here. But you can also pay £59.99 pounds or $69.99 a year to get Disney Plus there in Europe. So let me know. Save me. Help me. My brain, for some reason, I got to drink coffee before I go on camera, apparently. So the free streaming service Stir turned 1 year old. They announced new channels. They now have 100 linear channels on Stir. And they announced that they have 1.6 million downloads of the app. Very good numbers for a first year of a new streaming service. Stir has definitely grown a lot. I'd love to know what you think of Stir, but check out the new channels. They promise a lot more election coverage and even more channels coming in 2020. And lastly, good news, YouTube TV is now available on the PlayStation 4. Google kind of quietly did it. It did kind of confirm some early reports that we said earlier. Remember, we broke this over the weekend. I talked about this yesterday. I said it's probably coming to the PlayStation 4. Our sources were saying it may not come to the PlayStation 3. That happened. PlayStation 4 support only for YouTube TV happened yesterday. So good news is it's there. If you were a PlayStation Vue subscriber looking for a live TV service to use with the PlayStation 4, it's now available. It's now out there. So leave me a comment. Let me know if you're using it. What do you think of the new app? Does it live up to your expectations? Now, a lot of people were asking, what about Sling TV? What about Hulu? What about all these other live TV services? Hulu's on the PlayStation 4, but not the live TV side. I don't know. What I have been told is part of the contract included a period of exclusivity. How long that is, I don't know though. That where YouTube TV bought the rights to be the recommended streaming service and to be the first live TV service on the PlayStation 4. I expect other services to come, but there may be a period where there's an exclusivity, where Sony says, hey, we're not going to accept any other live TV services. For how long? 6 months, 5 months, a year, 2 years? Your guess is as good as mine. Sony reportedly was bidding out rights. They may have even bidded out the rights for the second one. The second service up may have had to pay for rights to get on there. PlayStation 4 has a huge install base. And while it may not be completely detrimental to your service, because a lot of people who have a PlayStation 4 also have it connected to a smart TV that may have an option there. But the ability to also have it on the PlayStation 4 and have it right there where a lot of gamers are, will be huge. Will bring a lot of subscribers. So Sony seems to be very eager to cash in on that. Let me know, who do you want to be next up? So YouTube TV is on the PlayStation 4. No plans I've heard at this moment for PS3 support. Who would you like to be next? Sling? AT&T TV Now? Hulu? Fubo TV? Let me know. Who is the next service you want to be live on the PlayStation 4? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Well, that's it for today. I hope you're staying warm, because it's very wet and rainy and cold down here in Texas, which I know is probably nothing compared to my friends up in Michigan, who are absolutely freezing up there. So stay warm. But quick question. I forgot to grab this remote. One interesting thing this year. Has anyone got this? The Christmas guide on my my Roku TV, where the Fire TV is plugged in, won't go away in my review TV. All my other TVs, it went back to normal. I know I can manually go in here and change the setting to go back to normal, but I wanted to know, has anyone else had their Christmas theme for the Roku not want to go away? So leave me a comment. This is a TCL Roku TV. Let me know if your Christmas guide, or if you've ever had a theme guide that won't go away. If I switch it manually to the Roku or the TCL theme, it does that. When I switch it back to automatic, it goes back to this. Very strange. So let me know if you've had that experience. But I hope you all have a fantastic day. We'll be back tomorrow with more cord cutting today. And don't forget, cord cutting Q&A tonight. Jess is hosting today. I got some family in out of state, so I'm going to spend some time with family tonight. But Jess will be doing the Q&A tonight, so check that out. 8 p.m. Eastern, right here on our YouTube channel. We're going to talk all things cord cutting and have a special guest. So take care. I'll talk to you all real soon.